Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. And hello, everybody. All right, here we go. Hi, guys. I'm here. I am not on my podcast today because we got somebody got delayed and couldn't get to the podcast station to help me. So, which is okay. It happens. So I'm on my social media instead, so that you know, which is not a big deal because they still appear there anyway. So I am going to go over the predictions of what I'm seeing. All right. And so that you guys know, um, I will be talking to a little bit about what I'm seeing and why I'm seeing it. So if you guys were waiting for people to come on, so I'm going to go over the predictions. I see it happening. I did predictions last week. If you guys don't know, I did do them. And so these are an update to those a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is do a few questions for you. Hi guys, how's everybody? So good to see everybody. Waiting for everybody to come in. Yep, I'm waiting for them to come on. There we go. Yeah, thanks guys. I am, if you guys don't know, I am targeting now Instagram and YouTube. You channel. I'd be careful how I say it because they'll get a ding. So that you guys know. And if you start to see an active movement on there, that's why. All right. Some things that I'm going to tell you about because I saw this and I wanted to share this with you. All right. Now, this is not, like I said, this is not on my podcast. This is me just broadcasting on my social media so that you know. It will not be an episode because it's a long story. They couldn't get to that podcast station in time. It's a long story. It happens. So it's no big deal. So hi, Jeanette. Hi, guys. So I get visions. Like if you guys don't know, you don't know me by now, you know that I'm talking to Jesus. I didn't even consider myself really Christian, and he's coming to me. So I'm getting visions that it's almost like I wake up in the night. Like I am a Pisces moon. If you are Pisces, you need more sleep than the average person, and you have a tendency to get a lot of your stuff in your, because they're dreamy. So you have a tendency to get a lot of your information at night or in your sleep. So I wake up and I write it down, or it's that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. And so this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm knowing. I still say a Madam President. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw that way back in 21, I said it on a podcast. I highlighted it, and it is in my playlists where I said, I'm not sure if she's the right one. Like what I mean? I'm really questioning it. If she should be the one that's going to be doing it, blah, blah, blah. But she's totally capable. So, but she's going to win. And I still say by 8, between 6 and 8 points. And I said that months ago. So, and the polls, I'm sorry. I know some of you Trumpers don't like it, but the polls are saying it. The polls, watch the polls coming in. They're starting to do the election, extremely high amounts of women voting. We all know why they're voting. Come on now. Let's be honest here. All right. But, and I still say that. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to see as far as what's going to be blue, because I got showed a map. Now, if you remember back in 2022, I kept saying something about Pennsylvania. I said, Pennsylvania is going to have a senator or somebody. There's something wrong there. There's something weird there, but it's blue. And I don't understand, but there's something odd. Well, John Fetterman had a stroke. It was in Pennsylvania. I kept saying something's weird, but I don't know, but it's something to do with, but it's going to be blue. So see what I'm saying? What I am seeing Pennsylvania be blue, Michigan be blue, Illinois be blue, Minnesota be blue. This is a weird one because I'm in the state of Wisconsin. I saw a lot of red, but I don't understand. I know this is crazy. They might go red with pockets of blue, and that all the electoral votes go anyway. I mean, we all know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen right now is that this coming up within the next year, all these changes that I have been saying, like I said last week, are going to happen because of all this. Because the Electoral College is based on slavery, guys. I mean, it's the 3/5 compromise. A lot of people don't know the history of it. It's based on that. That's why it's like this. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. It froze for a second. I'm like, it froze. Okay, so it needs to be abolished, and that will be happening very soon, actually, because you're going to see that the election. It's going to be weird. It's going to be a weird election, but I still say Kamala Harris by 8 overall points, 8%, maybe in just some state. So and sorry, I'm hoping that stays on. I'm having a little trouble every once in a while. I get trouble with my internet, so we'll keep this going. Okay. Now, I also say Michigan, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, all the littler states out there are blue. New York is blue. North Carolina is blue. Florida. I saw this. So hey, they showed me this. I'm just repeating what they showed me. Blue. Florida's blue. Now, Georgia doesn't look blue. So I'm wondering if it's like split or something. Like, I think it's red. I think it is. I can see all the red states. I can see that Nevada is going to be blue, I believe. And it's interesting. Arizona, one of those states out there is blue. Like, I know it's either Nevada or Arizona. I know New Mexico will be. But honestly, it's very interesting to see what they're showing me. And I want to say Kansas or Nebraska is the electoral votes will go to Kamala Harris. Okay, so this is what they show me, like a red state, then little pockets of blue, but it's in large cities. It's kind of like the state of Wisconsin. All right, so the state of Wisconsin, there's like 4 major cities, and that's it. I live in a county where there's a high population for the state, and it's always blue because they're UAW workers. You hear so Milwaukee and Green Bay and Rock County. I'm in Rock County, Wisconsin. Dane County, Wisconsin. I know, but I see them all blue, but then I see the rest red. And I thought that was odd. I think it might go red. Maybe Wisconsin will be red right on the edge there or something. But the rest of them look like they will be red. Now, this is an interesting one. I really feel like one of those states down south is going to be surprisingly red. And I don't think it's just Georgia. I think there's something else. I don't know if it's Louisiana. It's something else. I want to say it's like that. And you're going to be very surprised because Texas is going to be split. You guys are going to be very shocked. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of Trumpers. Yeah, I know. And I'm not angry at Trumpers. I'm just saying what I'm seeing and what I'm being told. So I'm trying really hard. I got somebody who called me the other day and said to me, because, I do readings. I read, I'm a medium. And she's like, well, my best friend is a Democrat. She won't talk to me anymore. And it's because I'm a Trumper. And I sat and I listened and I tried really hard not pass judgment on anybody, because think about this. These are our fellow citizens. We need to be kind to each other. It's something we need to work on. And actually, Jesus called me out about it. So yeah. Yeah, Stella, you're from Colorado. Maybe that's the state that's out there. I thought maybe it was Kansas, but it's like a square state. So maybe it's Colorado, maybe Kansas. They're square, they're square and rectangular. So I'm like, but I can see them. And you're going to be in California too. And I believe Washington, Oregon. All I know is that you're going to be surprised. We're going to be surprised by a couple of things that happen. All right. So there's going to be a couple of states you're going to be like, really? So just remember that. All right. So yeah, I know. Yeah. You know what, Monica? Monica says she lives in Alabama and she sees a lot of Harris signs. I voted for both in the past. I've been more of an independent. I've been forced to take sides. I think it needs to just stop. So we will know, won't we? By next week, next time I talk to you, we should. I don't know if we're going to know right away. It's going to be, I see, okay, I also see court. So I don't understand if they're going to contest it or it's going to go to the Supreme Court, but there's something going on with that. It's not going to be clear cut. And we all knew that, though. You don't have to be sometimes you guys do understand that I am also well-educated, even though I am a psychic and I was a history teacher. And I know by and large, when the American votes, the whole country votes, it's usually there's more Democrats than Republicans. So usually it does. In this case, I still think that there are a lot of women who are secretly going in and voting, that their husband's telling them to vote Trump and they're not doing that. I have talked, I thought it was just like somebody said, oh, no. I'm going to tell you what, I talked to quite a few women. And you have to remember, I talked about people all around the country. I talked about people all around the world, Australia. And I talked to, they call me for readings. And they told me that they secretly voted. Now, see, I wouldn't secretly vote. Actually, my husband, I'm the politician in my family. I'm the one that walks around, you need to do this. And look at this. And so my husband like looks at what I'm doing. And my husband, he has a deep, deep hatred of Donald Trump. And so, and I just kind of chuckle, because all they do is just show him like, well, look at this, look at that. And the January 6th thing got him. And I've talked to a lot of people, and that's usually what has turned them. And I don't know what's up for the Republican Party after this. I don't see it. I do know that there's a point where the right and the left are going to bend across the aisle and shake hands and make a truce. And it's coming. It's very much coming. Okay. And I still say you're going to be surprised. Okay. In a good way. I also say, and I've been saying this, there's one of the more conservative men, it's a man, is going to kind of go moderate progressive. Everybody's like, how can you be a moderate progressive? Why, of course you can be. Now, I know all about the Progressive Party. It originated in the state of Wisconsin. So I've been a progressive the whole time. 25 years ago, I kept saying I'm a progressive. I'm a progressive. I'm a progressive. And because I'm pro-union, I don't care. Leave people alone. Mind your own business, right? I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're trans. It's okay with me. If it doesn't affect me, I don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of a moderate, though. There's some things I don't always agree with. So I consider myself a moderate progressive. Anyway, and this guy will become that. He's going to like flip in a good way. And I want to say he's right wing. Like he is like a nationalist. He's a Christian nationalist, right wing Christian that goes more and says, hey, this isn't right. Let's all get along. So we're going to see that. I don't know where that person is. I have my suspicion of who this is. Okay. And you're going to be shocked if I said it, because I don't know for sure who it is. I almost wonder if it was JD Vance. I know. If you're like, really? I'm like, I'm not sure. They're progressive. They know that they can't get anywhere by fighting everybody. And they kind of like end up leading by coming together with somebody, with everybody, bringing everybody together. So I know that's kind of crazy, but that is kind of what I'm seeing. Now, hi guys. Mitt Romney. No, this guy's younger. Good thought though. Mitt Romney's I always considered him more of a moderate almost. I want to say he's younger. He's definitely under 50. That's why I'm wondering if it's JD Vance. It's somebody that he's not trying to take control. He sees what he needs to do and he does it. And he's been way too conservative, way too much to right. He needs to come more left to the middle. And the far left needs to come to the middle and shake hands, get along, and get something done. There's great stuff happening. That U.S. Constitution is going to be completely overhauled with lots of the ERA. There's going to be a codifying of Roe versus Wade. And the way it's going to be written. Now, you guys know I got a 97% accuracy rate with things that and in elections, it's 87. So I'm slightly like 14 out of 17 out of my last elections. So should have been 15. It's a long story. Anyway, and it's going to be written as in the government shall not have the right to tell people what to do with their health. It's part of the Human Rights Amendment. Do you see what I'm saying? Which will be passed. All right. So, all right. Any predictions on Texas? Yes, I do. I have a prediction on Texas. I think Texas almost go right down the middle. You're going to be very surprised by I want to say one or two of these states. You're going to be like, it's going to be like weird one, like Arkansas or something's going to go blue. And you're going to be like, wow, how did that happen? You're going to be surprised. Okay. And so I do say, I want to say Texas is purple. I know this time, like you're going to be surprised. There's going to be like one or two. All right. Georgia, I don't know. I think it's going to be red, but barely. Like what I think I'm seeing, and because they show me it's red and then they show me blue pockets. What I think's going on is that they may go red and still the electoral college goes blue or something like that, or it's blue and the electoral college goes red. Is there something strange about this election that everybody sits down and said that we can't do this anymore? That electoral college has to go. And I'm telling you, there's something odd. Okay. All right. So that you understand. All right. And most of the senates and most of the Congress and Senate, everybody's up for that. So up for re-election is going to go blue. There's going to be a large amount of new blue. I want to say actually it's almost split 50-50 with the Senate. Almost, just slightly blue. I don't think it's red. I think it's blue. Now, I also say Kamala Harris is only a one-term president, and I don't know why. I want to say we reform our government. We even rename it like something cool, like the Democratic Republic of the United States of America. It's something. We're setting the reset button. That's what's going to happen from this election. All right. So I just want you guys to know. All right. And we need it. Because you know what? We can't go living a lie anymore. We're in the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of, and I've said it a million times, if it does not promote love, it will crumble upon itself. All these, remember I told you way back in 21 that there would be, if you thought that Jeffrey Epstein was the only person that was going to be found that's been trafficking, you wait. There's a large amount of trafficking. Famous people, blah, blah, blah. It's on the podcast, and look what's just happened. And I do say that there is a woman involved. I have said it on a couple of my posts. You're going to find that out. And I've been hinting who it is. I could be held in slander. So I've been keeping my mouth shut, but they have a connection to country music. So you figure it out. All right. So just letting you guys know. All right. And so just do, vote how you think you should vote. I just don't see Donald Trump winning. If he does, then the Electoral College didn't do their job. Like we went blue, and then there's something that's going to happen out of this. That's going to be where the Electoral College is now gone. And it's a reset button. And the Human Rights Amendment is equal rights regardless of sex, creed, color, sexual orientation. That's the Equal Rights Amendment. That needs to go through. The Human Rights Amendment, the right to water, the right to food, the right to bodily autonomy. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how they're going to codify Roe versus Wade. I know, okay, and I do know I have taught history. I taught U.S. history for a little while. I'm an art teacher, actually, but they would ask me to teach history. Well, I have a background in history. I have a minor in art history with a concentration in U.S. history. So I taught it for a little while, and I'm telling you that this is the way. I'm telling you, I can just see it coming. I also see, I said way back in 20 or 21, people thought I was crazy. I said they're going to add more Supreme Court justices. And they're like, that you're crazy. Well, they also said I was crazy when I said we'd have contact and the government would tell us we do. And people kind of went, now that's only been 4 years ago, guys. 4 years that I said that. Not even 3, maybe. People thought I was nuts. And I said, hey, I get what I get. I write it down. So I've been saying that they would find a thylacine, a Tasmanian devil, Tasmanian tiger. They would find one. And they are now trying to clone them. And I said, I think they're going to find one. I still say that they're out there and they're not extinct. And so see what I'm saying? Like these weird things I get sometimes, you guys, for predictions. I predict that the most common food in the United States for meat will be buffalo again. I also predicted the rise of the Native Americans. Now look if Kamala Harris gets elected, because Mike Walls has to give up his position. Who's now going to be governor? A Native American. There's 9 different openings for Native Americans to step back into their power. And this is what's supposed to happen in the age of Aquarius. I'm telling you. All right. Yeah. Dee Dee's like, we will definitely have contact soon. Yeah, we have been. Now, if you guys don't know, I went to Sedona in September with my retreat. Went really well, went very well. And we sat out, and with a special binoculars that were 50,000 times better than the naked eye. The things you can see, there is no way that the government does not know about this. That these things, these UFOs, I mean, you can see, you had to see these. Like, you had to see this. It was crazy. They've got to have knowledge. They've got to. Because we were looking over an Air Force base. And there's no way a normal plane can move that way. And they've got knowledge. So we're just going to hear about it more and more. So, yeah. So, yeah, they're preparing us. Yes, I agree. So, I'm not nervous that she's not going to win. I was nervous that they're going to try to appeal the election. They're going to do something, and I'm concerned about it. Now, I don't have to be a psychic to know that. We know that they're already prepared for this, but they're going to take it to court or something. Something's weird here, and that's the one thing that I do say. I say I still see her getting into office. And she's got her hand on the Bible. I see it. But I don't, something's weird. And I do want to prepare that there's something odd also in February, March, after she's taken office. I don't understand that. So I just know, okay. Yeah. Oh, Madison's like, yeah, there's a sign that you put. Yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree. No, don't be scared. They're not going to do that. The mass deportation camps. No. Nope, it's not going to happen because it's going to be blocked. And I'm going to tell you the immigration reform, it should be like it was. I mean, we're losing population. I think people should walk up to somebody. Hi, I need your papers. I need your health certificate. I need to check for your background check. Here you go. Welcome to America. That's the way it was 100 years ago. And it needs to be like that. We need people. We shouldn't be ostracizing people and demonizing people that want to come to have our life. They're taking our jobs. Yeah, McDonald's. I'm sorry, but I know a couple of illegal aliens. I know a few. And I'm going to tell you what, they pay tax. If you think about it, they're paying state tax. They're paying food tax. They're paying tax. And everybody's like, oh, they're getting all these benefits. Where? They're not. They're actually working. And I don't know how they do it, but they're paying tax. They showed me they're paying tax. Okay. So just remember that these people just want what we have. Why is that such a bad thing? Make it easier to become a citizen. We all know what this is really about. It's about racism. I have a friend who just got she's from Canada. She's white. She got her papers like that. I have a friend who is from Spain, who was considered Spanish because she's from Spain. 15 years before she got before she was able to become a citizen. What's the problem there? Why? Color of the skin, guys, color of the skin. It's sad. All right. So it's all about racism. That's what is this about. So, and it's sad. I have a lot of friends that are Hispanic. Most of my friends are Hispanic. I just have a lot of them. Because I just do. I guess I hang around them because I like the culture and I guess I'm a white girl, although I am a little Native American, but and I always say I'm just a little bit. So yeah. You like my candy corn nails? Yeah, they're candy corn. They look like candy corn. Yep. I was like, oh, that's fun. Let's do that. So anyway, is the second moon a mothership, Gally? I never really thought about that. Oh, thank you, Karen. I never thought about that. And I will tell you guys, I am going to, after the election, I don't know about you, anytime somebody pops up and they're real extreme, MAGA. I blocked them off my social media, but I'm going to tell you after the election, I'm going to unblock and start unblocking people because it's done and over. You know what I'm saying? It's done and over. So because since I've done that, I've had a lot less people complaining. I'm getting flagged for things that I had because I had the audacity to say Kamala Harris would win. And I lost like 2,000 followers and like that. And I'm like, well, that's what am I am telling the truth. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. If you look at the recent polls, the polls of early voting, she's ahead by in some states 14%. And what it isn't, it's women. They said it's over 60 to 70% women voters. So yeah, I say the same thing. You know what? How's it going to be? I know that for a fact that the economy is going to be really good next year. I pulled cards, and I don't need to pull cards because I know economics. And by the way, keep buying NVIDIA. NVIDIA is making me and AMD. Those two are in competition with each other. They're AI. Buy it. I have been saying it since it was $98. It's now $140. I've been saying to buy it, to buy it, to buy it, to buy it. I said it 2, 3, 4 years ago. I know it's made people millionaires. It's doing me pretty good. So I'm not complaining. So buy it. I do know finance, and I've been studying. And where do I learn all this? Here's a good one. The U.S. Senate has to divulge where they are moving their money and anything that's in the stock market. I've been following Nancy Pelosi. Making me money. She knows. I mean, that's another thing that's going to be blocked. Insider trading from the Senate. So there's going to be a cleaning of house, guys. The house it's cleaning. It's cleaning time. So that's going to be coming to an end. I still say we're getting health care. Now I know that Kamala Harris does not like the idea of universal health care, but it's going to be a hybrid. It's going to be a hybrid where the government covers like 90%. Then you buy insurance and it covers the last 10. It's like a hybrid of some sort. But the basic needs, basic necessities, basic, if you have to go in and see a doctor because you have strep throat, they're going to cover it. But when you have to go back again, you might have to use then your insurance. I don't feel like they're getting rid of the insurance companies completely. So, all right, it's a blend. All right. What about Elon Musk trying to be part of the government? Don't be concerned because you know what? It's not going to happen because he's not being found. He's not going to be. You do understand, and I'm gonna tell you this again. It's about racism. Elon Musk is from South Africa, correct? Right? What was in South Africa? Apartheid. I'm just saying. Just you figure it out. You guys figure it out. It makes me angry because I've got a lot of people like different colors in my family and a lot of different colors in my friend circle. Let's be honest, everybody's biased in some way. But you try not to be. That's the difference. You're always trying to learn. You're trying, oh, you know what? That was bad sexist. That was misogynistic. Pay attention to yourself. It's a growth thing, right? So, hi guys. All right. Yes, I agree, Debbie. The insurance companies need less power over us and deciding what we can get for health wise. Yes. And guys, I know you're scared, but I think we're eventually going to a one world government. And everybody's like, oh my God. That's where it's heading. I don't know. It's not in our lifetimes, but it's heading that way. So, okay. I can see it. I know that's what's supposed to be happening. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, anything on mortgage forgiveness? No, but the mortgages are remember I told you way back in 20, I said, hey, you know what's going to happen? The government's going to offer a program for first-time home buyers to help them buy houses. Now, they've been telling me from what I'm reading that there will be it's only for people who are like adversely affected. It's more like minorities, immigrants. I don't think so. I've heard that that's what's in the bill now, but I still say it's first time home buyers to Gen Z. I still say it. And I've been saying it. And by the way, the interest rates are going to come down again. I want to say around January, February again. They're going to come. The inflation is done now pretty much. And so just keep an eye on it. But I'm telling you, it's going to be what's the American dream? To own your own home. And that is where it's going. If you look at the economists, now I was real skeptical about her plans too. I was looking at them going, I don't know. And then I'm looking at them a little better, and she's changed a little bit of stuff, but 23 economists say that the US will do better with her plan. So, and I do know what tariffs do. And if Trump's got in, the tariffs would cost us a whole heck of a lot more money because we're paying for it. So, yeah. Yeah, did the comedian make Trump's chances drop? You better believe it. I have a friend that's Puerto Rican. She's like, oh, no. She's like, no, we're done. Yeah, she already didn't like him to begin with, but she's always like, anybody that's been thinking about it, so here's my point. And I agree with this person. I was a creator that was on TikTok. That, fine, that's comedy. That's funny. But it was at a political rally. That's not to be funny. That's not supposed to be funny like that. And some of the comments were atrocious. I mean, it was, and if I were a minority, it would have made me very uncomfortable. Like, it would have really bothered me, because I'm not even going to say them. They're so bad. They're so racist, so stereotypical that it was like, I was in shock. You got to be kidding. How is that funny? I mean, I used to be called the comedian medium, and I would tell jokes because I can do stand-up. And I'm thinking, I would never tell a joke at somebody else's expense. It's not funny. It's funny to laugh at yourself. Like, I can laugh about myself being white or being Polish or being German or, you know what I mean? Even being, I mean, I'm a mix of everything. I got like 50 gazillion things in me. Latvian. I'm like, really? Anyway, and I can laugh at myself. That's different. But at somebody else's expense is not funny. All right. And I just want you guys, and that is, I don't know if you agree, but think about it. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you where I'm going tonight. I got tickets to the Kamala Harris rally tonight in Madison, Wisconsin. So we're going. My husband's getting off early. We're on our way. And I'm going to try to get in. And good Lord, I heard that up to 75,000 people will be there. So I am getting there early and trying to at least get a seat because it's usually standing room only. And I'm trying to get in. It's one of her last ones. And I want to be a person that helps make history. So I'm like, yes. So yeah. All right. So that's where I'm headed. All right. I'm going to take a few questions. So hi guys. It's not about crowd size. She's laughing. All right. What's going to happen to Trump when he doesn't win? I'm telling you, he's going to file charges. He's going to do something legally. He's going to say, he's going to say it's fixed. He's going to, and he's going to whine, and let's all pray he just goes away. But anyway, and let some other Republicans that are good people come in. Like, there are good people that are Republicans. I like a couple of them. I always like Mike Pence. But I like Tulsi Gabbard. I liked her too. And see what I'm saying? There are good people. Let them take over. Do you know what I'm saying? Let them do their thing. So just remember that. All right. Is he going to jail? He'll never serve a day. I've been saying that. He'll be convicted. He's convicted. He'll be convicted, but never serve a day. And I don't know why. I told you years ago, I thought he was going to leave the country. And now he did say that. And I'm like, whoa, I said that he would leave the country. I still think there's more indictments coming for his family, for his daughter, for his son-in-law. There's more is coming. So just let you know. Will Florida turn blue? I think Florida is going to go blue. You're going to be surprised. I think people in Florida, I spent a lot of time in Florida. My mother-in-law lived there. I was there probably 3 months a year. They're sick and tired of DeSantis, and they've had enough. And I think that that's what's going to perpetuate that. And if not, then they got to be pretty close, because I saw blue. So we'll see. We'll see how that is. All right. So I'm going to take questions. Texas is going to be down the middle. Like, I want to say it's either or. Like, I want to say, like, if it goes red, the electorals will go blue. Like, it's something weird like that. There's a couple like that. The villages in Florida are voting now. Yeah, they're all going blue. Everybody I talk to in the villages, you guys remember I talk all around the country, and I know where everybody is, and I know how everybody stands. And it's okay. I've got quite a few Trump people that call me for readings, and I said, I'm not offended. I'm not offended. It's okay. But I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised. There's going to be 2 or 3 states. You're going to be like, whoa. And why? Women. The women are pissed. I have a t-shirt I just bought because for some reason people think that feminists are not feminine or unfeminine. So it says feminine feminist. And I said, I'm a pretty caring, nurturing. I'm a grandma. I raise animals. I have a healing center. That's pretty feminine. I raise plants. I have a great green thumb. I'm not, because I want equal rights under the law, unfeminine. Like, it's bullshit, Like, so, I mean, I'm kind of a guy sometimes. I like sports. I'm like my big old Packer fan. I mean, but everybody's both. All men have a little bit of feminine in them, and all women have a little masculine in them. That's what it's all about. So, okay. All right. Mallory, will John and you make it? Yes. Quit worrying. What about the House and Senate? There will be blue. I know the Senate will be blue. I think the House will be. I feel like a lot's going to get done. So I think that that's what's going to perpetuate the blue that I'm seeing, because everybody's going to be agreeing. That's why I think some of these Republicans are going to get down the progressive bandwagon and go down the middle more, because they know that's how they're going to have to. They're going to have to get with the program. That's, what I'm saying? And I think that that's what that is. Okay. Can I repeat the 2 stocks? AMD and NVIDIA. They're both AI. And NVIDIA should be coming out with their dividends here pretty soon. So they're doing well. All right. Lainey and Sophia, will I be selling your house soon? What is soon? I want to say December. Okay. Are you drowning in debt? I'm sorry. I know. I understand. My best suggestion to you is to start like a side hustle or a side business and only pay those bills. Okay. I think Ted Cruz might lose. I don't know. If he wins, I'll be shocked, but you're going to be shocked. There's going to be shocks. Okay. Somebody's clapping. Yay. Like God, I hope, you know who I want gone? I want Marjorie Taylor Greene gone. God. Anyway. Yeah, she's won, and Lauren Boebert. I want them gone, but I don't know. Are they up for a re-election? I wasn't paying attention. So sometimes I pay attention to the upcoming elections. Sometimes I don't, but I kind of keep an eye on them. And I can't remember if they were or not. It seems like one was and one wasn't or something. Anyway, you're going to be surprised, the blue. You're going to be very surprised, because I think what most people did, like I'm going and I'm just voting straight blue. And I pull the, or mark them, done. And I used to never do that. I would used to look at them and go red and blue, but they're forcing us to do everything a certain way now, to take a side. Well, it shouldn't be that way. So, okay. All right. They're both up for, I thought so. Okay. I was right. Happy Purple says they're both up for re-election. One wins, one loses. I want to say it might be Lauren Boebert who loses, but one wins and one loses. Yep, you do all blue too. I mean, yeah. Is there going to be chaos if Trump loses? Yes. It's not going to be pretty. I don't want to say any more than that because it's negative, but I'm concerned for people's safety. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm concerned for my own safety. I have on the back of my Jeep, and if you've seen a picture, because it's on my profiles, Jesus was a liberal, because he was. Jesus was a liberal. and is a liberal. Sorry. He didn't say feed the sick, but not too long, or feed the homeless, but not too bad much because they'll become lazy. He said feed them. He did not say anything but feed and love the sick. Love your neighbor. Care for the sick. Care for the downtrodden. Love them. Feed them. Care for them. He didn't say that there were conditions on that, unless they don't have skin like ours. Like, you know what I'm saying? And sorry, but it concerns me that that's on my Jeep, because I have gotten somebody that's driven up to me screaming at me and telling me I'm a baby killer, which they don't even know me, because I am anti-abortion for myself, but I am pro-choice for everybody else, because that's my decision. See what I'm saying? That's why I said I'm kind of a moderate, sort of. Yeah. So, all right. I think Jersey will go blue, my dear. Yes. Be careful. Yes. Yes. You know what? I had a thought, says, be careful about buying a house right now. You could be upside down by 2026. I say, yes, that could be. Be careful about, I say next year. If you're going to go buy a house, you go buy a house in probably May of next year. Things will be settled down. The dust will settle. Okay. So, yes. So, yes, somebody's like, yes, thank you for saying that. Because for myself, I would never do it. I can't. It's not in me. My mother had to have one when I was about 9 years old. She was so sick. She was a severe diabetic. And she did not want to. She wanted another baby so bad. And the baby was already in distress. The heartbeat was weird already. Her blood sugar 600. It was going to kill her. So she had no choice. That's not your choice to make. That is her choice, and that is her choice with God. That is, and if anybody, as a medium, she's in heaven. You're going to tell me that she went to hell because that's wrong. And Jesus told me, and it's in my book that's coming out soon, that he doesn't care about abortion because he cares about who's here. He's caring about them and how bad everybody is to each other. That's what he cares about. He's caring about people that are starving to death, when all these other people have billions and billions of dollars. And every day, 40,000 children starve to death in this world. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? That's all I have to say. All right. So now I'm off my soapbox, but I'm telling you, there's no reason for that. Okay. All right. No problem. Yes, it is. Yes, I know. Okay, so hold on. Okay. Green grass. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Yes, you're right. I do agree. Yes. Beauty for all seasons. When I start making new products for myself, is business going to be more successful? Yes. It's going to take into about July of August of next year. Do not give up. Methodical. Don't spend too much time and money right away. Little bit. It'll grow and grow and grow. All right. And I am a business person. I understand what people are doing wrong with their businesses. Sometimes I'm like, I can see it. I'm like, oh, you ever thought about this? I give a lot of people recommendations or thoughts about, well, why don't you do this? It'll do well. Why don't you do that? So like I said, my business is doing pretty well. So I'm not complaining, but it comes and goes. This week I did not, because I was not feeling really good. I was kind of stressed out. I did not do my live on Monday. So I did it the day before and it was okay. But I'm also starting to take days off. I don't have Sunday open next week. I only have Monday and Tuesday. And if I don't get enough, I'm going to start blocking out more, because I need a little time off. And I haven't taken any time. I've been doing this full time for 2 years, 3 years almost. And I've been doing my business for 15. So yeah. All right. Andrea wants to know, I'm worried if as a person of color, what do we do? I am not trying to be negative. But I am concerned. The election week, I'm going to go stock up in my fridge. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying that I'm not going out, but I'm being a little bit more careful. Be careful what you say and do. If I were you, wearing a Walls and Harris t-shirt the next couple weeks probably is not a good idea. I hate to say that, but just a thought. I'm just being real with you. Like I've got that on. I've got signs in my yard. I've got a sign on my car, and so I mean, I've had somebody pull up next to me screaming at me, calling me names. Trump, you're a baby killer. You're on and on and on for like 5 minutes. And of course, he's driving this piece of shit Buick, 2000 Buick, and he's like dirty and nasty. And I was just like, get a clue. You need a union. I'm like, I'm thinking that the whole time. I'm like, I'm so pro-union. I worked for the union for a while. I've always been a part of a union. My pension that I have, it comes from a union. I believe in unions. They're a necessary evil. They can be very crooked, but they're needed. So yeah. Anyway. All right. Yeah, you're taking yep. You too, Sherry. She's taking all of her signs down and out off of her car and everything. All right. Free thinker, your podcast will do well. They're telling me to think outside of the box even more than you already are. Does that make sense? What do you see winning Puerto Rico elections? I haven't looked at it. I guess I should look at it, huh? I haven't looked at some of this stuff. So because I've been so concerned about the presidential, I haven't really looked, but I do know a lot of it's going blue. And Tammy Baldwin will win here in the state of Wisconsin. I know that too. So yeah. All right. Okay. Lots have taken down the signs, Mama Mutt. Yeah. Mary, I still have mine on. I have teachers for Harris sign in my driveway. So last time somebody stole my Biden sign. That's a federal offense. Well, that's okay. Go ahead and steal it now because I've got a camera there, and I will press charges. I will. I'm not playing. I have my thought, and that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I just don't understand. I am convinced, and I'm going to take more questions, that Donald Trump is hypnotizing people. I am convinced. Say it's misinformation. I know what I know. I am a hypnotist. I am a certified hypnotist. I've been doing it for 15 years. I do past life regression. I help with people with anxiety. I help all kinds of people with all their different problems. And I can tell you, he is hypnotizing people. I'm telling you. I see the pattern of speech, and I see the way it's going. And I'm telling you right now. All right. So people can be as negative as they want to me, but I am convinced that that's what that is. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. What about Diddy? Will there be justice? They have to be watching him closely. You know what I'm talking about? In his cell. They need to be watching him closely. Yes, and there's more people involved. There's a lot of people involved. A woman, I'm telling you, there's a woman involved, and she's connected to country music. That give you a hint who it is? Okay. You're like, who is? I still say also an ex talk show host is connected. You know who I'm talking about? Should know. Moonflower, like, no, that's not it. Nope. An ex talk show host. Used to have their own show out of Chicago. I still say that person's involved with somehow. So, no, it's not Dolly. Who had their talk show out of Chicago? Yep. There's some connection somehow there. There just is. All right. There just is. All right, you guys. I'm gonna take 2 more questions because I'm over time. Okay, I only do 45 minutes, but give me a couple more questions. All right, and see what we get. Yeah, I'm on 7. Yes, I'm on 7 platforms. I just tapped off. Sorry, guys, I just tapped you off. I'm on 7 platforms right now. So yes, I'm on 2 Facebook face channels, U channel, Insta channel, Twitch channel. What else? There's 2 other ones. I'm like, I don't even know. I forget. I'm not on Twitter because I hate Elon Musk. I'm not on Twitter channel. I don't do it. I got off of there. I will not be a part of that. Anyway, all right. I say, that's who I was talking to. I had a thought, right? Was one of the people I was talking to about, right? Oh, hi, Miles. You had me in 6th grade at Fruzen. I remember, Miles. I know who you are. I remember. Yes, I'm doing this now, and I have a lot of followers. You guys do know I have 1 million people among all of my social media. So like on TikTok, it's like 150,000 or something. But there's 850,000 watching the podcast. And yeah, I've got quite a few people. So, yep. All right. Maria, is it Maria or is it Maria or is it Maria? Will I get the team lead job? I don't know if you will. Is it possible it'll come back up in 6 months? Because I don't feel like unless it's going to happen, it's not going to happen for a few months. Does that make sense? Okay. I don't feel like it's now. I feel like it's down the road a little. It could be. Okay. So if you're looking at about 4 months down, then it's yes, it is. That's yes. 4 to 6 months. Yes. Okay. I'm good with time. I don't know why, but people are like, how long? Sometimes I'm off. Now, there's been times where I'm like, it's going to happen in the spring. And then they'll say, here comes spring. It goes by. It's the next spring. Sometimes because I always judge everything by seasons. Well, it's getting cold or it's getting hot. And I'll be like, that's usually May or June. Or yeah, I do that. I don't know why. All right. Oh, did I say I nailed your moving timeline? Good. Yeah, I try. I try to get them as accurate as I can. Remember, I am being talked to by one of the highest powers. So I just repeat what I'm told to say. So just remember that. All right. All right, hold on. Will I open my own business soon? Jeanette, you will. It's going to be your goal coming in here to January, and you're going to open it late January, early February, and you're going to have it all in. Make sure you get your LLC. Go talk to the SBA also, the Small Business Administration. You can get lots of tips. They'll walk you through everything too. All right. Okay. Christy, you want to be moving soon? No, not soon. Like, what do you mean by soon? Do you mean like maybe February, March? Yes, but not now. I think you're going to wait till after the holidays. Okay. All right. Is it safe to travel to Vegas? I'm not saying it's not safe. I just think that everybody just needs to kind of keep their eye. Something's going to happen February, March, late February, early March. There's something I don't like. I don't understand. And I think it's in Washington. I don't know if it's another insurrection or there's something. And I just don't like it. I am going to say that. All right. My track record was right 3 days before I predicted the January 6th insurrection. And yes, it was a riot. They can say, oh, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. People died. And 3 days, if you look on my U channel, and join my U channel, by the way, guys, because so if you're on my Tik channel, you're on my Insta channel, all of you go and cross for me, because sometimes you channel will have stuff that these other channels don't. You channel is what I'm going to be targeting. So join it. Anyway, I still say that because the 3 days before, and if I invite you to go to my U channel, scroll back, January 3rd, 2021. I said, I don't know what this is, but something's going to happen in like 3 days. And it's really, really bad. It's going to shock the world. What happened? So I have the same weird feeling about late February, early March. All right. So I'm going to be telling you that. All right. I don't like to be negative, but I'm being real. Yep. Kind of keep your eyes open, ears peeled, but trying to keep order. And I just think that most of the people will do is whine. So, okay. Not a problem. Thanks, Christy. Oh, Tina, that's fine. Okay. You can call me, Tina. Call me later. All right. Some of you guys have my Google number, and some of you have my personal number, because my personal number is different than my Google. And I had to do that because people were accidentally calling me at 2:00 in the morning because, they're in Australia, and they would call me and I'd be like, So I had to learn to go to a Google number and turn it off at night, stuff like that. So yeah, I have a tendency to talk to quite a few people in Canada, quite a few people in islands, a lot of the islands. Like, you guys know what I mean by that, like Jamaica and the Virgin Islands, actually the Caribbean, more Caribbean than Virgin Islands, but yeah. So I have a lot of people there, and a lot of people in Denmark that talk to me. So some in England. So yeah. All right, you guys. Let me get one more question. Okay. All right. Tiffany, will your son be approved for services eventually? It's going to take a long time. All right. How do you get rid of your money blocks? I'm going to tell you, Laura, how to get money out of your money block. Best way to get rid of your money block: light a candle, do some meditation. I have people do an intention spell. Now, it's not a spell. It's a positive energy towards opening up money, abundance coming to you. And I have other people will bless my business. And that's literally what they're doing. They're lighting a green candle, lighting a red candle, saying prayers, and it works. It does work. It does work. I also think too, I still say your board. I have a board over here. It's like right out. You can't see it, but it's my dream board. Right now I've got winters in Sedona. I'm sick of the winter here. I'm in Wisconsin. It sucks. I've also got an algorithm. I have to reset that one. But I want to go this next year. I want to go to Ireland. That's my goal. I want to go to Ireland. And so I am trying to mentally manifest it and see. It's in my it's in my conscious. It's in my subconscious and in my conscious, because it's right there. Oh yeah, I got to do that. I said I'd find a literary agent. It was on there, and I found one, didn't I? I just have to reapply to her and talk to her in December. That's why there's been a little bit of a bloop in the road. So yeah, all right. Yes, I had thought. Yeah, okay. So you guys know what a SMART goal is? SMART goal is time sensitive. So be specific. It's word sensitive. I want this, then this. So you have to be very specific. So I want $1,000 by the end of the week on Friday. I know that sounds crazy, and if you really truly believe, you have to believe it. Like, yes, this is happening. It's going to happen. It happens. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And with Capricorn being released out of Pluto, and Pluto going back into Aquarius, got a little bit of time yet. Like, I'm manifesting like crazy. Like, it's been crazy. Like, almost to a point that I would call up other Capricorns and go, "What happened to you today?" Yeah. So, because it was crazy. All right. Yes. She's like, it works all the time. It does. I'm telling you. But do not say a general, I just want that. I want it, and give it a time stamp. Okay. It's called a SMART goal. If you don't know what a SMART goal is, you can always, hold on here. There. You can always go look up what a SMART goal is, or go to ChatGPT and they'll tell you. So that way it's time sensitive, it's exact, it's measurable. You see what I'm saying? All right. Specific. Yeah. And it's a teaching tool that when we're writing lessons for the kids, that we need a SMART goal. So yeah. Yes, PA will go blue. Yes, it'll be blue. That one's blue. I know it is. I saw that exactly. I did see that one for sure. Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York. Yeah. All right. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I have things to do. I have to feed my chickens, and I should be cleaning up my chicken coop. So but I'm leaving to go to a rally tonight. So I really probably don't want to be all nasty. So I probably will wait to do that. So, all right, you guys take care. And if you have not joined my U channel and my Insta channel, and you're on Tik channel, or vice versa, join them all, because sometimes I post only things on YouTube. Sometimes I post only things on Instagram, and they're not always the same. So if you guys are wanting to see any of my things, and check me out too for my retreats. I've got 2 coming up. All right. Blessings to you. Make it a great day. And how can you make the planet a better place? Hmm. It won't swipe. It won't swipe. It won't swipe. It's locked or something. It's weird. There it goes. Bye, guys. There it goes.